Hey there, my name is Danny Henderson, and I'm the lead pastor of City Hills Church. And our church is located in the beautiful, amazing city of San Diego. And everywhere I go around the country, people talk about San Diego as one of their favorite cities that they've ever visited. It's beautiful, there's so many things to do, it's full of life, the people are incredible. But there's this overwhelming number that is kind of underneath the surface that not a lot of people understand or know. And the reality is that within our city, 94% of people are unchurched. 94% of this incredible city is filled with people who they're missing something. They're missing the message and the power of Jesus. And City Hills Church is a place that we believe can make a dent in that number, a place where people can find these three values that we're built on. And the values are encounter God, love people, and discover purpose. And we believe those three values are the things that are really gonna help us move forward in this city, that people who are far from God will be able to meet Him and experience Him in some really unique ways. And so if you just give me a minute, I wanted to just share our heart of what those three values mean to us and why we think they're going to make a dent in that 94%. And encounter God, throughout the scripture, we would see so many people that when they came face to face with Jesus or they just were in His presence around Him, things started to change. And we believe that the same thing can happen when people come to our church and they encounter God through worship. It was a few weeks ago, I was talking with a high school senior, and we were telling her, we're so glad that you're here. She hadn't been to church before. And we said, well, we're gonna start off with some worship. And she said, what's worship? And it just hit me, this moment of like, what do you mean, what's worship? Like, everyone knows what that is. But this high school senior had no clue what it meant to worship God, to worship Jesus. And so she went through the service, and when she came out, we said, well, what did you think? Did you enjoy it? And she said, I love the message, but the part that moved me was just seeing a room full of people who they believed what they were singing. They believed what they were singing about and about who this Jesus guy was, and just seeing people lift their hands and see people just singing songs out loud. It was just really moving. And we believe that the same thing can happen, that every week we can create an environment where people come in and they encounter God. They feel His presence. They feel Him near to them. Another way that we believe that you can encounter God is through practical teaching. And for everyone else, that looks like different things, but to us, practical teaching just simply means that when you come in, you're going to find something that you can grab a hold of and put it into action the very next day or the very next week, that you'll leave with some kind of takeaway that will help you feel like, hey, you know what? I can take this next step. I can do something different. And we believe that when you encounter God, and more than just the corporate way, but you learn how to experience God in your everyday life through practical teaching, but also through personal development. Whether that means a devotion time, whether it's prayer, or whether it looks like having worship in your car when you're driving to work. We believe that those little simple steps can make a lasting impact in your family, in your lives, and in your city.